Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show. As today we're going to talk about yesterday's La Liga and Premier League games, and today's game we're also going to talk about the Premier League games, but also we're going to preview the FA Cup semi-final between Manchester City, Southampton, and maybe if I have enough time I could talk about games in other European leagues. Let's start with La Liga. Yesterday Real Betis against Real Madrid. Real Madrid dropped points in the last minute thanks to an equaliser from Hector Bellerin, obviously used to play for Arsenal. And Real Madrid dropped points again. They went 1-0 up with the goal from Vinicius in the 70th minute. And then there were some moments in the game where you could say there should have been some decisions went against Real Madrid. For example, the goal of that Real Betis scored. Before that, it should have been a foul awarded to Real Madrid. So yeah, like there was officials checked for potential foul on Mendy prior to the goal, but they didn't see anything. Should there have been a foul? I mean, yeah, I think there should have been a foul for that goal. I agree. So I understand why Real Madrid might feel a bit hard done by with that decision going against them, considering they were winning 1-0 for a lot of periods of the game, and for them to go away to Real Betis and win, it's a good result. Go away to Real Betis and win, because Real Betis are a good side. They're fifth in La Liga, and I don't know if that fifth spot was the Champions League football, but if it does, then Real Betis might have a good chance of qualifying for Champions League football next season. So for Real Betis to go there, and win 1-0, it would have been a very good result for them. But at the same time, there were some other moments in the game where they could have, scored more. They could have scored got that second goal, and Real Madrid didn't do it. I mean, you have to give credit to Real Betis because they played very, very well. They created very good chances. I think if they were more, let's say, clinical in front of goal, if Bakambu was more decisive in his finishing, and Anthony and the attackers of Real Betis, then I think maybe Real Betis would have had a better chance of winning this game. But they managed to get the equaliser in the end, and they deserved to get something from this game, because I thought they were, in some periods of the game they were very good Real Betis, and they created some very good chances, and they got that equaliser towards the end from Bellerin. And yeah, maybe that should have been a foul from the start of on Mendy. But again, Real Madrid had other time in the match, the rest of the period of the match, to try to get the second goal, and they couldn't do it. So yeah, I mean, Kylian Mbappe went off. He had a bit of an injury. Real Madrid will assess whether that's serious or not, and obviously, hopefully for Real Madrid's sake and France's sake, that his injury is not that serious. He had a hamstring, an overload in the hamstring of his left leg, so it should not be that serious. So I think France fans should be relieved on that, and he should be fine for the El Clasico, which is on 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, Real Madrid, if there was another reminder why the La Liga title race is over, this was another reminder. I mean, Real Madrid, if you want to come back and overtake Barcelona, that 9-point deficit, you can't throw away a lead against Real Betis in the last minute away from home. You have to close the game out, and Real Madrid didn't do that, and they paid the price for it, and they dropped points again, and they're now 8 points behind Barcelona, and Barcelona have a chance to win their game in hand. And if they win their game in hand, which is obviously Getafe away today, they go 11 points clear. The title is for sure over. Even if Barcelona don't win and lose the game against Getafe, the title race is over, without a shadow of a doubt. I can't see Real Madrid coming back and overtaking Barcelona. I mean, let's not forget, Real Madrid have dropped to so many silly points this year in La Liga. I mean, since Arbeloa came in, I mean, they've looked very, very good in big games. They won twice against Man City. They beat Atletico Madrid. They were, let's say, unlucky against Bayern Munich in the second leg, but they competed quite well. But even though Bayern Munich were the better team and they deserved to go through over 2 legs, I thought Real Madrid competed quite well, particularly in the second game. They beat Benfica twice. I mean, but you look at the games in La Liga where they should beat them. They beat Villarreal away, who doing well in La Liga this season. But when you look at the games who are against teams they are expected to beat them, like they've looked poor under Arbeloa. I mean, they lost to Albacete in the Copa del Rey. They lost to Osasuna. They lost to Getafe at home. They lost to Mallorca away from home. They dropped points to Girona at home, and they dropped points to Real Betis away from home. Where they were a lot of periods of the game they were winning 1-0. Unless Real Betis are a good side, but if you're winning 1-0 for a long period of the game, you have to close the game out. And Real Madrid didn't do that. And Real Madrid, if you look at Real Madrid's recent goals conceded, a lot of the goals they conceded is coming from the last-minute goals. I mean, they conceded last-minute equaliser against Real Betis. They conceded last-minute consolation goal against Deportivo Alves. They conceded 2 last-minute goals against Bayern Munich in the second leg. They conceded a last-minute winner from against Real Mallorca, and I believe they conceded the last-minute winning goal from against Osasuna, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did. And they also conceded the last-minute winning goal against Benfica when Benfica beat them 4-2 to go through to the playoffs. From obviously the winning goal from Drobin. Like, why do Real Madrid concede last-minute goals? Like, and it's crazy because we always associate Real Madrid's like never give up mentality, and they always find a way to come back, and they always score goals in the last minute. Whereas this season it's the opposite. It's the opposite. And since Arbeloa came in, it's been the opposite. They keep conceding goals in the last minute. Why is that? They conceded the last minute goal against Albacete as well. Why do they keep conceding last minute goals? Why is that? Is it a mentality issue? Is it a concentration issue? Why is that? They keep conceding goals in the last minute. Like, they conceded so many last minute goals. Why is that? And that's been one of Real Madrid's biggest problems, especially since Arbeloa came in. That the mentality has been a problem, especially in terms of finishing off the game. You know, like when you're in control of the game, you have to calm down. You have to calm down, keep concentrated, keep being disciplined and focused, and being 100% still there, even though you feel like you've done the job. A bit like the Bayern Munich game in the second leg, where they were doing really well, but then a moment of stupidity from Camavinga cost them the game. And this one, same thing. Again, another last-minute goal they concede. So, yeah. And listen, this season for Real Madrid is already almost like a write-off. I mean, yes, they had players injured for this game, like Arda Güler is going to be out for the rest of the season, according to a lot of rumours. He's going to be out for the rest of the season, which is a big blow because he's been very good for Real Madrid in the last couple of games. But you look at this season for Real Madrid, I mean, so it's a write-off. Like, they're not going to win any trophies. Last season, they didn't win any trophies. Yeah, okay, if you want to include the UEFA Super Club and Intercontinental World Cup, but if you talk about four competitions, Spanish Super Cup, Spanish Cup, La Liga, Champions League, they didn't win any of them last season, and they didn't win any of them this season. Or they're not going to win any of them this season because let's not forget Barcelona haven't won the title officially. But like, you look at Real Madrid, I mean, they're not going to win La Liga, they're not going to win anything, and another season without a trophy. I mean, if they wanna have a good season next season, they have two things to fix. One, they need to bring a manager who can deal with those egos in the dressing room, deal with these people, like obviously Mourinho, etc., or Didier Deschamps, because he's a very experienced manager. After he leaves France, although I don't know if he wants to straight away go to Real Madrid after obviously managing France for a long time now. But you look at, they need a manager who can deal with these egos. That's the first thing. Second thing, if Real Madrid want to be successful as well, they have to know that the combination of Vinicius and Mbappe won't work anymore. It won't work anymore. It didn't work last season, and it didn't work this season. Florentino Perez has to realize that. If you can't realize that, then Real Madrid are gonna keep having this kind of same problems in the future. He has to realize that Mbappe and Vinicius cannot play together, because this combination of Vinicius and Mbappe didn't work last season, didn't work this season. So yeah. Let's move on to the Premier League. Nottingham Forest with a crushing victory over Sunderland, 5-0 win. Great win for Nottingham Forest, considering against a Sunderland side who have been very, very strong at home this season. For Nottingham Forest to go there and to come away with a fantastic victory, or a 5-0 victory, is a fantastic result for Nottingham Forest. Goals from Tryhome, Chris Wood, who finally got his goal in the score sheet, his first goal again, first goal since against Brentford, I think, which was the opening day of the season. Obviously, this season has had some problems with injuries, etc., but he's back in the score sheet. Gibbs White keeps his keeps doing well again, and he's been in an amazing run of form for Nottingham Forest recently. He scored a hat-trick against Burnley, and this game he scored and got an assist. Igor Jesus also was quite lively for Nottingham Forest, got a goal and assist. And Nottingham Forest were absolutely destroying Sunderland in the first half, winning 4-0. Second half, Sunderland got a goal from Danny Ballard, but it was disallowed by VAR, right decision. And then towards the end, Elliot Anderson, who's a lot of, according to some reports, there was a strong chance he might join Manchester City. Scored the 5th goal for Nottingham Forest to seal it off, and it was a great result, great performance from Nottingham Forest. To go to Sunderland, a difficult place to go, as it proved to all other teams this season, to go there with a 5-0 win, it's a great result for Nottingham Forest. And not only that they won this game, also the goal difference. You look at the goal difference they have compared to West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur, it's a much better goal difference. So that's a huge advantage that Nottingham Forest have, not only the point side, but also the goal difference side. As we all know, goal difference can make a difference. Especially with what's happening right now between Arsenal and Manchester City. But yeah, Nottingham Forest are now 8 points clear of Tottenham, 6 points clear of West Ham, 39 points Nottingham Forest, 40 points Leeds. West Ham and Tottenham still have to play today. I mean, Tottenham have to win today. They have to win today against Wolves. They have to win. If they don't win, I mean, it would be embarrassing if they don't win this game, considering Wolves are due for relegation. They got already relegated officially. So if Tottenham can't go there and win, then it would be embarrassing, considering Tottenham can't even beat Wolves. And I know Tottenham haven't won a game this year, but surely they have to beat Wolves, and they have to win, considering I can't see Leeds United going down right now. I can't see Nottingham Forest going down right now. I think it's almost like a two-horse right now between West Ham and Tottenham. However, I would say that Leeds United and Nottingham Forest can't get complacent, because even though they have now 39 points, which almost guarantees safety. You look at the competitiveness of the Premier League this season, not only from the top, also to the bottom. Even the sides who are fighting for relegation, they are very, very competitive. So yeah, even 40 points this season might not guarantee safety, because it shows the level of competitiveness of the Premier League this season. And Leeds United they are 2 points behind already in Newcastle. So that shows the level of competitiveness of this year's Premier League. Even though people might say, Liverpool have fallen off a cliff, Chelsea have fallen off a cliff. City, even though they might win the Premier League, they're not at their best. Arsenal, they throw away so many chances to win the title. It's still a very competitive league, and Tottenham might get relegated. It's still a very competitive league. The teams who are not the big teams, they're performing really well. So you have to give them a lot of credit. But Nottingham Forest, great victory for them. Especially they've got a big game coming up on next Thursday against Aston Villa for the Europa League final. For them to come away with this result, 5-0 win, very good performance, very good result. Especially they beat the Burnley 4-1 and they won 5-0 against Sunderland. They're for sure in good momentum and good confidence right now going to the Aston Villa game. And obviously Nottingham Forest have got some tricky fixtures in the Premier League, as I mentioned yesterday. But I think now, with that amazing victory over Sunderland, I think they have a very strong chance of survival. and so is Leeds United. I think I think right now it's a straight shootout between